What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on Besiktas in the second leg of the third qualifying round in the Europa Conference League, and we're going to be taking on Kisvárda in the league. So far, things have been going quite well. There's only been a couple of games since you were here last, so it's been a fun time. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so as you might remember from the last episode, Basel were taking on MTK. Basel have made it through to this round, so process of elimination, MTK got knocked out. And Meshkoved are playing against Bodo Glimt. Looks like they're going to get knocked out as well. They conceded 3 away goals in the first one, but as you can see here, we beat Besiktas 6-0 away from home. And assuming nothing goes horrendously wrong, we'll be taking on either Gorica or Caillou in the next round. It looks like Gorica. I'm not sure how to say Croatian names, but they are one up from the first leg, so they've done quite well for themselves. Since we were here last, we beat Shenteric 3-0. Ortiz scored a brace and Monazimi got himself a goal. Ortiz scored a header and then scored from just outside the area while playing as a right back because Perelescu was very, very tired, and we didn't have any right backs on the bench. But then in the game against Besiktas, this was very unexpected. 6-0 away from home. Fred Johnson scored 3. Pushkash got a goal. Ortiz scored and Mandira also scored a goal. And then against Pushkash Academia, of course, we did absolutely nothing, which, makes perfect sense. We do have an offer in at the moment for this guy called Ivan Varga, who's a right back / left back. He looks decent. I'm trying to give Molnar a loan out because I want to get him a bit of first team football again this year. And clubs have decided to start offering for Francisco Javier Bernal, a player I'm not overly fussed about. The reason I've accepted Ajka over Botafoc, because Botafoc offered more money, is because there's a 40% of next sale with Bernal. Yeah, we've not signed anyone else since you were here last, but we have sold a couple of players. Theo Walcott has gone to Shenteric, and Rego Hegredis has gone to MTK for 60 grand. Again, I think I was talking about this guy. I don't think he's going to get that good, so we've just let him leave and see how he gets on at a ZTE. I thought he went to MTK. I was going to ZTE anyway. So hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. I think in the game against Shinteric, they played all the players they signed off us. I'm not sure about Markish, but I know they started Garate and Theo Walcott up front, and Shedlar started in central midfield. Didn't really work out for them. I only realised Walcott was on the pitch towards the end of the game, and he started, according to their starting 11 anyway. He was on the pitch, but I didn't see him. So for this game, we are starting with Hudvagner in goal, because obviously we are. It's Hudvagner. Perelescu and Angard as our wing-backs. Derek and Pushkash as our centre-backs. Kovic and Tiefenbach in central midfield. Versace and Kalsberg as our wide men. Free Johnson and Mandira starting up front. Katona is 16 years old, but look at that current ability. Look at those numbers. This guy, he's played a couple of games already. He's gotten really good. Gabriel is sitting this game out because he's been poor of late. He's, as we all know, he starts really slowly, so I'm just going to give him a couple of games with the under-19s, which he's not available for at the moment. But Juan Ortiz has picked up a knock. It's going to be for 6 weeks. He went off fairly early on in the game against Pushkash Academia, which, not ideal, but at least we're at home for this leg. So we have 6 away goals. So as long as we don't concede 7, we should be fine. Actually, conceding 7 would be like worst case scenario in the history of ever. So we're going to tell the lads not to get complacent, but then we're going to pump our fists and say that we have faith in all of our players, which we do. I believe in all my players. I'm going to send the assistant off to talk to the press. I do like having the ability to chat with the press as and when I see fit. And Derek has just put the ball into the back of the net, and then looked like he moonwalked over, but without moving his legs. The skill. That's what you want your centre back to be able to do. The glide, not moonwalk. He was gliding. It's like he was on ice. And the players are frustrated because I encouraged them and we're 7-0 up. Kind of makes sense. In the first leg, Govan was absolutely useless. For Johnson with the header, which I think he was aiming at goal. I think their keeper did get a touch to it, but Mandira slots it into the back of the net. Carlsberg, for Johnson did go for goal. Their keeper did get a touch to it, but Mandira put it in the back of the net, and we are now 8-0 up. I feel like this is going to be a rout again. That midfielder, pretty sure he used to play for Arsenal. Carlsberg's won the ball back for Johnson from way downtown. Using a basketball term. Wasn't that far out actually, but still decently far out. Smashes it into the back of the net. Yeah, that is the guy who used to play for Arsenal. Don't think he played in the first leg. Carlsberg steals the loose pass. Mandira for Johnson, combining for Johnson, smashes it into the back of the net, and we are 3 up after 14 minutes. And now Tiefenbach's picked up an injury, potential foot injury. So we're going to bring on Zoltan Katona, 16-year-old, who, as I said, has played a couple of games already this year. He's more of a... Is he the one that's more of a playmaker? But he's pretty decent. Mandira hits the crossbar. Versace's picked it up. Penalty? No. Campbell gets a clear, but Derek wins the header. Katona finds Kovic. Pirelevsku. We do have a fairly youthful side on the pitch at the moment. I think, looking at it, the oldest player is definitely for Johnson. I think he's probably the only one in like older than 21 or 22. And somehow, how does Mandira score from there? We're 17 minutes in, it's 4-0. I feel like we shouldn't have bothered showing this game. This is ever so slightly too easy. And we're supposed to be evenly contested teams. And I did expect this to be difficult. How does he score from there? What a goal. But yeah, this was supposed to be a game where, like I said in the last episode, I didn't expect this to be an easy game. We're 10 up 20 minutes into the second leg. And we're playing a 16-year-old in midfield. I was going to originally start with him, but then I thought I don't want to, test the waters too much. I was going to start Beltran in goal because I was like, surely he can't concede 7. And it looks like he might be able to come on. Versace, weak shot on his strong foot. Carlsberg whips it in. For Johnson doesn't win the header, but Kovic gets there. We've actually a very young midfield. I just realised Kovic is 18, 17. Maybe he's 18. I think. And the other guy. What's the other midfielder's name? Not what I wanted to do. Diaz is 17. So we do have a young 3 midfielders that are either playing or could be playing. Tiefenbach is like 22, so we got the old man out of midfield. But we're still on the attack. 27 minutes in. Are we playing on key highlights? Yeah, we're still playing on key highlights. Kovic gets his shot away and it just goes over. That's quite close. I would like if we, calmed it down a small bit, lads. I want this video to be less than 20 minutes. As it stands right now, we could probably like completely take our foot off the gas. I probably will make changes at halftime. Take a couple of the players who've played quite a significant amount of games off and give some players on the bench who've not gotten as many games as I would like. Just let them run around for a little bit. Because can't imagine they're going to score 10 in a half of football. Things so they've not really done an awful lot so far. Versace and Carlsberg heads it just wide. I might bring on Beltran, Suarez. Maybe Beltran and Suarez probably come on. Maybe not necessarily I'll probably bring on Beltran for the second half. Give him 45 minutes of first team football. I think it'll be his debut as well. I'm pretty sure Beltran has not played for the first team. So we're just going to bring him on. What does he wants to be a full goalkeeper? No. We don't do that around here. We are not about playing standard goalkeepers. Ryder Mathis, you might remember, I don't know, actually, people remember him. He used to be a wonder kid in like FM7 or 2007. It's been a long time. Versace is almost through. Keeper does manage to come out and grab it. Not having the best of games, to be fair. That goalkeeper, he's not had the best of 2 games now. Second game where he's been a little bit Fabianski, but that's doing a disservice to Fabianski. And Ryder Matos, because we were talking about him, puts the ball into the back of the net. Quite a short player. Somehow manages to beat my 2 giant defenders. I think he was being marked by Derek. Yeah, being marked by Derek. Derek is 6'4", 6'5". Ryder Matos is like friend foot tall, and somehow beats him in the air. Ryder Matos really wants to get this Besiktas back into this game. It's not going to happen. And they've put that one over again. To be fair, 10-1, I'll take it. Just roll off the gas, lads. No need to try too hard. We'll wait another couple of minutes to make our final substitution. Pirlescu is dead. To be fair, he has played by far and away. I was going to say, could bring on Ortiz, but Ortiz is not alive to the world anymore. He's super injured. Pirlescu can just see out the rest of the game. We're going to take off Versace and bring on Juhasz, who wants to be an inverted winger. You can do that, my friend. I believe in you. Still complacent, but it's fine. Doesn't have an awful lot to play for. I think this is second game for us. Brought him in the game against Pushkash Academia for a little run around, and didn't do too badly. Didn't have an awful lot to do either in that game. But he's got 15 minutes to stretch his legs today. And we've gone through 10-1. So when I said that it was going to be a difficult game previously, I was talking up my ass. Katona didn't have a great game, actually, to be fair. The second half was a little bit quieter, which I'm kind of happy about. Because this already, talking about like a 13-minute video already. And we still have to play Kishvarda. And we do, as you might remember, score lots of goals against Kishvarda. Who do we what? We did also draw a lower division side in the cup. So it should be an interesting second round. I'm obviously not going to bring you back for the first round because it should be a walk in the park. I'm going to say it now. But we will be back in just a second for the game against Kishvarda. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Right, fellas, so now it's time to take on Kishvarda. As you can see, league, we're only 2 games in. This is our third league game, Kishvarda. Haven't scored a point yet. We're sitting 5th. No team is after winning all their game. Well, Meshkoved. They don't count because Meshkoved suck my ass. I don't think there's been any transfer dealings since the last part of the episode. We are in a transfer window. Not much is happening. We have made an inquiry for Attila Nemeth, who looks pretty decent, and Gerardo Silva. He's on an amateur contract with NAC Breda. Ivan Varga didn't work out. They wanted like nearly $1 million for him. I was like, no, thank you. So we're going into this game pretty confident, I would say. I'm confident. Tyson Back is injured after last game, so he's going to be out for 4 weeks. So not ideal, but we have only made the one change. Diaz is coming in to start alongside Kovac, playing quite a young central midfield for this game. Katona is a little bit tired, so I might actually just leave him sit this one up and bring Vass onto the bench. Or do I put Molnar? I'm going to put Molnar on the bench. Why not? Gabriel still sitting this one out, so kind of humming and hawing whether we should keep him. Pirlescu, he's just going to have to suffer on, unfortunately. He's currently the only right back, and for some reason I've decided we're going to go for another left back. I sound like my directors of football in my Journeyman series. Just bring in players for positions we don't need, but we want. Like that guy from NAC Breda, he wanted, was it $2,500 a week? And I was like, no, we're not paying you $2,500 to sit on the bench at best, because Ongard has just signed a new contract. I just need. Do we even sign him, or do we just completely ignore him and just reject it. All right, Kishvarda, have you decided this year you're going to be a good team? I was actually looking at the transfers. Sharently, or Sorentlik have signed 14 players. We are getting absolutely shafted. 10 minutes in, we're 2 down. We haven't conceded 2 goals in any game, let alone within the first 10 minutes. But yeah, we're severely lacking right backs, so I might go to bring in another guy on loan. Just see is there anyone we could bring in. That was a little bit of a poor cross on Pierlevsku's part, and he does it again. Not enjoying the way the lads have started this game. Derek doesn't win his header, and Diaz has picked it up. Gets it to Pushkash, Derek, Versace, Carlsberg. I've had a word with Versace actually for how poorly he started this season. Because apart from scoring 2 goals, he has, I think his average is like 6.44. Miranda and Mandira takes a shot, hits one of the defenders, lands at Versace's feet, and 15 minutes in, we've made it 2-1. It was interesting. Mandira's attempt at taking the ball down just wasn't quite the best. The Fridge gets the ball forward, but unfortunately, Pierlevsku's pass to somebody was not very good, and Hudwagner, I don't know what's going on with Hudwagner today. He was fantastic in the last game. The fact that we've took him off in the last game, is that like after affecting him? I sure hope it doesn't, because he's been fantastic since he's arrived. You can let me know in the comments if you disagree, but I think he's been quite a good player. Fernando Viana, one of those strikers who perennially scores against us. Be nice if we could keep him quiet today, but Versace's sent clear, gets dispossessed, but on guard has it. Beautiful ball forward, can't find Carlsberg. And now their right winger has the ball in their defensive third. But Kishvarda are acting like they're a team better than us. And we've proven, for many, I thought Pierlevsky was after giving away a penalty. For many years, we were better than Kishvarda. We beat them when we were in the division below. We've been beating them constantly in the league for the last 2 seasons. Or 3 seasons now. 3 seasons. Is it 3 seasons? No, second and third season. Yeah, so the last 2 seasons we've been dominating them in the league. And today we just don't seem to be able to do it. So there's going to be screaming at the half. I know we're playing a younger side than normal, but not an awful lot going through our midfield, so I'm not sure what's going on. This is disappointing. I picked this game for after Besiktas because I was like, oh, this will be an interesting game. Pushkash comes across to stop Viana. No, Mandira has the ball. I keep going to call him Miranda. Kovic gets it out to Pierlevsku. Can he get the ball across? He chooses not to. Goes for Kovic. And the defenders throw themselves in front of the ball and do actually manage to get it away. And that's the end of the highlight. That was quite a long highlight. Rather unnecessarily, if I do say so myself. I'm going to thrash my arms. That was not good enough. But I'm going to pump my arms and say, pump my fists even, and say you can make a difference out there. It's motivated everybody. For Johnson, I think he's done better than a 6.7. Mandira might have to come off with that. The fact is that booking. Ball's whipped over by on guard, but we're lacking a little bit. I'm not sure. Do we score all the goals against Besiktas and we just can't score anymore? Pierlevsku's been a little bit wayward, and Diaz just puts that one wide. Pierlevsku put it behind everybody. I'm not sure what's going on. This is. We did get better towards the end of the first half, but we've started this one in the same kind of vein we were in the last one. And Versace hits the post, it bounces back out, the keeper can't get there, and Mandira slots it into the back of the net. We are now 2-2. I'm still disappointed. Meshkovet are actually losing to Pushkash, which is delightful, because I feel like Meshkovet are the team that I'm most annoyed by in this series at the moment. Just because they stole our position in the league last year. Completely undeserved. But to be fair, we didn't deserve where we finished. And they didn't deserve to finish where they finished. They should have won the league. But it's not my fault that they shit the bed for the last third of the season. Now is it? It's not like I'm the manager of Mishkoved. Anyway, back to the game, because not really any point in me complaining about what happened last season, because that's, long gone. Can't talk about that now. Versace shoots very wide. It's about time we did make a change. I know Perelevsky is quite tired. I am aware. Mishkoved have equalised. Carlsberg is quite tired. Kovic is quite tired, but Diaz is playing poorly. So I'm going to move. I'm going to bring Ankara on. I'm going to move. I make Ankara the box to box. Okay, that's one thing sorted. Might move Fred Johnson to be the winger. As just be a roam dieter. Why not? A roam dieter. Something I've not really tried in this save. I've tried Versace as an advanced playmaker on the wing. We'll leave it at that for now. 70 minutes in. Go out and make a difference. It's gotten the two lads excited coming on. We're going to go attacking. We're going to encourage the players before we make our final substitution. Okay. So, put the fridge up front as a target man. Back as a target man, I suppose. Move Versace into central midfield. Make you a box-to-box here. Make you a Mazzella, but I'm going to bring on... what I could do, actually, have you as Mazzella. Make you... Versace the advanced playmaker, but on attack, make on guard a wing back on attack as well, and take off. I'm gonna have to take off Perelevsky because he's really, really tired. I'm gonna bring on Molnar to play it right back because he's done it before. I've never played him at right back, but somebody's played him at right back at some point in his career, and he's now able to be a somewhat competent left back or right back. So that's what he's going to do. Mandira picks up the ball, gets it to Ankara, gets it out to On Guard, whips it across, and their keeper just gets there before... Was that Fred Johnson? Yeah, it was Fred Johnson. Their keeper is wasting time. This is a team we scored 7 goals against multiple times last year, and we're struggling to get a third against them today. Versace had all the players in the world to aim at. Found a Kishvarda player. When I say all the players in the world, he had 3. He had 3 players to aim at, missed all 3 of them. Diaz gets it back to Versace. Versace, you can play him anywhere. The man is amazing. Why an advanced playmaker is taking a shot from that distance, I don't know, but I will take it. Just picking the ball up and just bosh, back of the net. Not going to say anything yet. Donat Varga. You might remember I was talking about signing Donat Varga, was it last year? Didn't work out, obviously, because he scored for Mishkoved. But he was the guy that AC Milan was looking to sign, and he ended up going to Mishkoved and not getting any games for the first team. So we came back. That's fine. We've Mandira. What are you currently on? 110 a week. I could probably stretch the budget a little bit. We've a little bit left over in the wage budget. I might throw a... Who only wants 425? Yeah. I could ask him to sack his agent though. Interesting. Yes. That is interesting. I love how quickly he hires a new agent. Like, a minute ago, his agent came in and was like, we want to give him a new contract. And I was like, yeah, but what if you sacked him? And then he's like, oh yeah, I got a new guy already. How does he get it done so fast? Like, how did they do it so fast? It's insane. But yeah, we are currently sitting second in the league. Mishkoved have kept their 100% record so far. And for the next episode, we're going to be back for the second leg against Gorica, and we're going to take on Uish Pest in the league. So not many games, only 2 games between now and then. So again, starting off the season a little bit on the busy side, but all's well. I think we're the only Hungarian team left in this. Yeah, we are. We're the only Hungarian team left, but Wolves are playing Stuttgart. So to be fair, we could have gotten a much more difficult Atalanta in this as well. Could have gotten a much more difficult draw. So I'm kind of glad we got Gorica rather than getting like Genk or Ghent. I did see Genk, didn't I? Or am I going crazy? I saw Genk. Or it was no Ghent. Club Brugge. Like there's Sevilla. There's some hard teams made it through to this round. So yeah. But that's what we're going to do. Next episode is going to be those 2 games against Gorica and Uish Pest. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!